So I've been working on these tag trailers here for the last week, I guess. Took a couple days off midweek to hang out with my wife, do stuff and things, have a day off type thing. But I've been grinding away on these since I started in the shop here after New Year's. Another day or two worth of work in the two of them, I guess. Probably put some mounts in the frames here to hold the deck boards and stuff like that. Otherwise they're getting close now. This one here is, I believe they're line box cylinders. He's just using them for shocks to control when he drives a machine up on the deck, which is actually kind of a cool idea, but I think he could have done it cheaper just by using probably some car shocks or something, but instead of buying really nice German cylinders. But they do look pretty. So I've got them installed in there this way. This was about the easiest way I could do it. The travel's a bit short on them, so by doing that, mounting them this far back, I was able to get it so the tail of the trailer drops about a ½ inch below ground level, just in case you're on some sort of lumpy ground or whatever. So it's kind of a neat idea. Like, it does work cool. It's not going to slam down and drive a machine on it. And I think he's going to put some sort of a like a control valve in here, just to probably like an air valve or something, just to be able to control the amount of fluid that flows. And I'm guessing he'll have to have a tank if he does that, but maybe not. You can see there's some air goes through the cylinders there. Obviously there's more volume on one side of the piston than there is on the other, so it is slightly different. But whether that's a problem or not, I don't know. But that's the way they came, so that's the way I stuck them on. And it also has quite a bit smaller wheels on it, this one. So I had to well, I have to yet, I should say, make up some bushings and stuff like that to space the wheels out from the walking beams. And so even though there's already made up, there's actually probably going to be as much work in that as on this one, where I had tires from MPE I believe he's out of California. Bought these tires a couple years ago, and I didn't have rims for these, so I made up my own rims. But I made the rims so that they would just work to give me the right offset and all that stuff. So just about the same amount of work, just a different way to go about it, I guess. So, but these other tires are quite small. I don't know how well they're going to roll on dirt with any amount of weight on the trailer. It kind of concerns me a little bit, but it's what's available, so I think it'll work on pavement or concrete or whatever, no problem. But these ones are, at least 1/4 inch taller. So anyway, this trailer here is set up like the first one I made a couple years ago, or a year and a half ago, however long ago that was. It's got two formerly known as Verdelli actuators, and now Actuators, I think it's pronounced. I don't know, I have a hard time with that one, not really sure, but I think that's how it's pronounced. But was able to use their actuators in it, and it works pretty cool. I like this myself. I think it's kind of neat. It's a bit of a pain in the ass if you're trying to drive the machine up there and tilt the deck at the same time, but it can be done. I did it before with the other one, so anyway, it works good. You don't have to worry about having the deck creep one way or the other. I got it so that it just goes past ground level, which is just a tiny bit past, 1/4 inch or so. Should be plenty, I think. These things have quite a bit of power. I use the same actuators that I used before, 2:10:1 ratio, L12s or whatever, and when I used them in the previous trailer, which was almost the same as this one, it lifted my 955 1/10 scale model, which is about 20 pounds, lifted that no problem. So I think any of the 1/14 scale track loaders or whatever should lift it no problem. Fits a little brooder excavator nicely. These decks are 23 inches long, So yeah, it should be fairly versatile trailer. So, but yeah, I got a lot of work left to do yet. This one here obviously has a need for some electronics, so I built a little tray on the bottom here, welded that in. Hopefully that can house a small battery pack and a couple ESCs and a receiver if they want to power it separately from the truck. Or you could ignore that and just run the wires ahead to the truck and whatever. But I think I'm going to use a third actuator for the jack in this one. There's not going to be a jack on that one. So last time I went to the trouble to make a really cool homemade jack with a little handle that folded and everything there, but it was just a huge amount of work. So I think it's more practical to use an actuator. Just make a foot for it and a mount and be done with it, and it'll look almost the same, and it'll be electric then, so you won't actually have to wind it up and down by hand. But not a scale, but maybe actually a little better. So anyway, that's what I'm up to. Oh yeah, and this dump box is for sale too if anybody's interested in that. It's ready to go. It's for a stock king frame. I'm gonna have it powder coated when I get these trailers done. Yeah, and I'll probably get it done velvet black like most of the stuff that I get done. So if anybody's interested, you know how to get a hold of me. I'd love to get it gone here. It's a nice bed. I'm gonna be looking for $750 US for it, plus shipping once it's finished. So if there's any takers, that'd be sweet. Maybe somebody that was just at Cabin Fever the last few days or tomorrow, seen some of my other stuff there, they gotta have it. That'd be awesome. Anyways, to all you fuckers that are there having fun without me, I wish I was there. I really do. But you know, gotta be in the shop all the time making stuff so that you can go and play. So thanks to everybody that's there that has bought something off me. Really appreciate it. See a big lineup picture earlier that Mark and the boys took for me. 11 different trucks and trailers there, so that was pretty cool. It was impressive to see. Anyways, I've babbled on long enough. Thanks for watching.